Hey, finally got a copy of Savage Sword of Conan issue 9. And how cool is this? We got this Neal Adams cover. I'm digging that. That looks awesome. And if we actually flip it over on the back, we got this really cool preview here with Horley. And yeah, that issue 10 sounds really fun. So I'm looking forward to checking that out in this Scourge of the Serpent event. But in the meantime, we got this meaty issue, which is so much fun. Man, I had a blast with this one. Such a wonderful time. We only get two stories in this. We get one really beefy one here, Conan and Valeria, the Sunless Isle, and it is so good. We also get this really cool cull back up here, featuring the Red Slayers there, and man, I really like that. That's Fabian, Nicieza, and Chen there, and that's really good. But this main Conan story here is by Patrick Zircher, who's been doing those Solomon Kane stories that I've been so thoroughly enjoying. And man, this knocked it out so good, picking up after Red Nails, and man, the artwork in this, I'm so thoroughly impressed by his artwork every time I see it here. It just always blows me away, either in black and white or the full color, but so very good. And yeah, this scene so cool. He's looking so badass. She's looking so alluring. She seduces him, or he seduces her. You know, that they got that magnetism going for each other. But I love how this picks up afterwards and showing their relationship developing after the fact, and then slowly moving further and further apart. She talks about going over into Chen, and so we cut to this great bit here where they're just onto the attack as they are protecting this caravan, and it's just funny because just the way they were bickering through the page. His writing has been superb. I'm really enjoying him. He's quickly become one of my favorite creatives. Zircher, just phenomenal writer and artist, and all this action is so good. I enjoy the story and the characterization. You know, when Conan finds out that these people are risking their life just for some drink, well, you know, he's not going to be a part of killing those folks, and he kicks over a barrel or two off their little caravan there for them to have a good drink. So I appreciate that. Good fun stuff. So they finally get there, and they're having themselves a good respite when the King's Guards come in, and you know, both of them have history here, so it's not looking too good for them. But the king decides that they're gonna go out with his old wizard here, who sure looks pretty, and they make a whole point about his age, which is fun. But they're going to be sent off on a mission to retrieve this mystical vase, which will return water to the area, because they got a nasty drought going, which is set up with the whole thing in the beginning with the drought and the people fighting for water. And so he's sending them off on this quest to meet the daughter of Dagon, who holds this big old vase here, which has the properties to bring forth water. So they got to go on this fun quest here. And I like it. I like how we just get this silhouette of her, too, and it's built up in a bit of a mystery, because we do finally see her towards the end of the story. But yeah, so we cut to on the boat here, and I love me some good pirate action, and I love Conan on the seas. So this is fun. There's actually a lot of good jokey moments in the story here that don't really break the tension of the book itself, but just them bickering back and forth, and just the fiery clash of personality. And then this bit here with him just shouting that you might as well kill them all so he can turn the boat around, and they just point all their arrows at him. It's just a good chuckle. He didn't mean that. But we get some great illustrations here of just them fighting the storm itself. And then this right here, the coolest, and actually I love this cover right here, this Neal Adams cover, and I would love to see this. I love seeing it in color, but I would have liked to have seen it in black and white as a pin-up in the book itself. I want a cover fighting the giant crab, because when we get to the shore of this island here, we get this monstrous crab that they gotta fight, and this is just the coolest. And if I saw that on a rack or something like that, would get me hooked. My favorite covers are the types of covers where it's Conan fighting a giant creature of some sort, a dragon, a monster, a big gorilla, a spider, whatever, but like a giant sort of vicious creature up against Conan always gets me every time. Bonus points if there's a pretty girl in the corner kind of cowering on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Just as far as checking all the boxes. But this page right here just wowed me like nothing else. I loved it so much. This giant crab. I know it's so dumb, but I love it. That's so cool. And then we get this sick fight where they're just running around and chopping off all the limbs of this thing. And of course you get a casualty. I like how we get a little casualty here and there picking away the party until there's, spoiler alert, only 2 left. But so we saw someone lose it on the boat. We see someone here lose it from the crab claw. And man, this is nasty, but they take care of that crab good. And then she just gives it a good old stab and gets sprayed. And this bit here with Conan just staring at her as they're traveling, and you just get this panel close up. Kind of cracking me up there. And something on your mind? You smell like crab. Not quite the pickup line I'd think of, but you know, he's thinking more about what the predators and people populating the jungle might be smelling more than anything else. We get a little bit more talking and characterizations with this wizard guy who's pretty interesting, and they bring up his age more than once here because he's very old. Just appears young. Here we get this mysterious hand. Who is watching them? We will see. Part 3, we get this really cool statue as they're talking about the daughter of Dagon, this nymph goddess that was worshipped, has all these statues and set up. We get this build up here with this darkness going on where invaders come. They end up sort of conquering the invaders by her and her people becoming sex slaves and submitting themselves to the people and ensuring their survival in such. But then by doing so, at one point they then turn on them and all at once kind of just savagely kill them, and then they start turning on each other, and then they turn into bestial creatures because they lose all their humanity. Real dark stuff, not fun. I like that too, you know, Dagon, of course, Lovecraft thing, not a Howard thing, but they bounce back and forth sharing their stuff and having kind of a little cohesive universe going, so that's always fun. I always dig some Cthulhu mythos stuff. But yeah, a little bit build up there, and then we get boom on the attack. The monstrous remnants of the people on this isle, and they're not looking good. Although I do find it funny that they are more ape-like than fishy. You know what I'm saying? If these were the descendants of her people and the people that she brought to her. But maybe it's just, you know, the humanities devolved and become savages more than them kind of mutating and bonding with the whole Dagon fish thing. Either way, love seeing a wizard dude do some cool stuff there, and it's kind of funny seeing Conan so chill working side by side with him, but they do a good job setting up his kind of meeker nature and his non-threatening. He's not throwing his wizard weight around, as it were. And we do get some really cool kills here. just as far as like all the dismemberments and chopping and stuff, and them being like gorilla ape creatures too. It's you can have a little bit more fun with the violence. But sadly here, our wizard friend ends up biting the dust, and when he does, he turns back into a wheezing old man. And that's sure sad. But you know what? He went out doing good, and God bless him for it. He was pretty cool. I liked him. But yeah, no good. And then everything collapsing here, and they just falling through into the water, which is just absolutely nightmare. But they make it through. But they lost another. Now it's down to 3. And then we get to part 4. And they're in the belly of the beast here. They're in the heart of the temple. And hey, that urn, that vase is right there. It's in eyesight, but it's also guarded. So we get some cool, vicious fights, and then boom, wouldn't you know it, it's that beautiful goddess nymph that they were talking about. And they do a great job of kind of showing Conan just kind of getting mesmerized by her. And Valeria, she ain't quite enthralled as much, but I guess that's the way of the siren, right? And this illustration, the only thing I'm really not feeling about this is the weird headdress that she has on. Like, it feels more like a headdress than something coming off of her head, like a part of her. But that's the only thing I have mildly negative to say about this page. It does a great job of illustrating like an ethereal, mystical, intangible beauty, like just drawing you in, something that you can't really put on paper. But he does a good job of bringing you in with that and the narration that we had right here and at the beginning of the previous chapter talking about her. And of course we know it ain't all gonna be pretty, and of course it ain't. She's the daughter of Dagon, and maybe she was beautiful, I don't know, but seems kind of like tricks to me, and it sure seemed to be the case, because look at her now. That was just some funny magic, as they say, a literal siren, and kind of confusing the mind, clouding judgment. But yeah, not so pretty, not really. And yeah, I just love her just kind of like yelling at Conan, Conan. And he just punches him to snap him out of it. It's great. Yeah, some good jokey moments in between some great tension and good action. I am here for it. This has been a fantastic story. I'm really liking everything from Zircher that I've checked out. Really cool stuff. And this is such a good fight. I love this panel here with her just picking him up like that, because she is so strong. The narration here about him being the lion and everything, and then her to just like pick him up and grab him and throw him. So very cool. But you know what? She ends up breaking the vase. So good on Valeria. But that kind of fucks over the Shem kingdom as far as them solving that drought. But as Conan later says, that thing was possessed and cursed by this goddess here. So if they brought it back, that's how she had her power. She'd still be lingering there too, but by destroying it, he was able to kill her. So happy ending. And then of course it ends with them getting back together and getting lovey-dovey with some hot and heavy action and kissing, as we did at the very beginning of this story or the end of the last one. And I like that just because it kind of shows the cycle of their relationship and the hot and cold, as it were. Real fun. I had a great time with that story. And would you look at this absolutely beautiful pinup of Conan there. That is so very cool, with all the rocks, the moon, the skulls. Oh, that's super dark, real heavy metal. I like it a lot. And then we get this one here, which is real fun too. Fabian Nicieza, I like him a lot. You know, Marvel in the 90s, he's the man, you know. And Chen here, this art is wonderful. I'm really enjoying this story about the Red Guard and Call. We get a invisible assassin who's coming in, and they're warned about it ahead of time that he's coming, so they gotta be on guard. And I love seeing this guy running around and just making fools of everybody. And I really like how they illustrated the person who's not really there. Like, it just looks really cool. This invisible assassin. I really dig this a lot. And like this panel down here with him doing this kick. That just, I love that. That looks so cool. This is a fun backup story. I liked it a lot. It's very refreshing too after the last one. Like, this one felt like just a good aperitif between that last story and the next thing I'm gonna read. Sadly, there's only these 2 stories in the book, and I feel like it would have been nice to have had a short story after this, even if it was like a prose story and only took up 2 pages, or even just a page of one of those great Jeffrey Shanks essays or something, because the book does feel like it abruptly ends at the end of the short story, when usually I realized the main story was so big that it took up a lot of space, but usually it feels like we just have a little bit more. And so just having only the 2 stories is a little bit of a bummer, but I do like how this one ends. The invisible dude ends up, of course, being Cole himself, having retrieved the cool armor and just showing off what he could do and testing his guards. And it's just a fun playfulness here. I love the art style in this here. It's real cool. I get a very I get a very like I don't know what the right vibe is to call it, but it just reminded me of like I can't really place it. I'm sounding a little bit silly here, but the pacing just had more of like maybe a manga pacing, if that's a way to say it. Like, the action read a little bit faster than it usually does in a Western comic book to me. But I liked it a lot. This whole thing was real good. And, you know, that might just be the art and it being blown up on the oversized page format too. But, yeah, this one just felt real cool. I liked it a lot, and it was a very different vibe from the Conan story, which we got. I enjoyed. I just wish we had something else on the back besides this really cool Cole pinup, which is awesome. But I had a lot of fun with this issue otherwise. You know, yeah, biggest complaint. Would have been nice to have had a little essay or a tiny something at the end there. But otherwise, very cool. All the pinups were awesome. The artwork from both stories and everything, just killer. And giant crabs. I didn't even know picking up the book. I just saw the great cover. Of course, I'm going to pick it up because it's a Savage Sword, but like giant crabs. Oh, man. I didn't see the variant covers for this month, so maybe there were a giant crab cover I didn't know about, but so cool. I'm really looking forward to issue 10 and the Magnolia cover, the Hortley cover. It all sounds real cool. We'll see you then.